everyone, thank you for watching. My name is Candace Thomas and I'm the coordinator of Epic Assist Charity Scotland. This is our first video that we have on our new YouTube channel and really excited to be doing it. Really excited to tell you a bit more about Epic and what we do and our partners and our topics that we focus on and our mission really, which is to support communities across Scotland and beyond. So really excited to be having a chat with you now today. Our mission at Epic is to enable people, communities and places to overcome disadvantage and aspire to their greatest potential. Our vision, to be the most innovative and unique provider of human and community services. And our core values are to extend care and kindness, be respectful of others, be innovative, creative and solution-focused, play above the line in all of our interactions, taking ownership and responsibility, deliver results that matter, and encourage, nurture, enable, and inspire our employees and participants to achieve their objectives and aspirations.
Hi, I'm Liz. I help Epic with their data needs. What exactly are your responsibilities as program coordinator for Epic?
So my responsibilities as a program coordinator is to sort of oversee every aspect of the charity, really. Epic Assist Charity Scotland is a sort of branch of a larger international charity based in Australia, Epic Assist Australia, and we also have a sister organisation in Slovakia. And we have our board based in Australia, and they sort of make decisions about the future of the charity and where it's going. And then I work here to implement the various things that we need to do to keep the charity going. We have a fantastic volunteer programme, and volunteers in Epic get to have a lot of responsibility and they get lots of training and they get to really take initiative and start YouTube channels or oversee the content of the social media, or they build CRMs because they're fantastic data management geniuses. So I get to oversee a lot of those different things, but I also go out and I deliver projects. There's a few different projects that we do. Our two main sort of areas are mental health awareness trainings for businesses, communities, any sort of organisation that would like to have mental health awareness. We can deliver bespoke cultural specific programs for them. And we also do youth projects, and we have a fantastic youth project that was sort of born out of lockdown and the lessons we learned from that.
Hi Candace, we'd like to know more about how and when and where Epic started. Can you tell us some more?
So Epic Assist Charity Scotland was founded in 2013, and its origins, or the way it was started, was to sort of go into the disability or the employability services, very much mirroring the work that they do in Australia. And I think over time, just with the different people in my role, they took it in different directions. And one of the directions they took it in was youth projects. So my predecessor was fantastic at designing the Scottish Girls and Scottish Boys project. We're now sort of doing a combination of the two. We're keeping up the youth projects, we're working with young people and helping them realise their potential, realise what's possible, which is our Epic motto. And we're also going into that employability space and working with employers to make sure the welfare of communities are met. So yeah, fantastic stuff we're doing. Very happy to be doing it.
Mm-hmm. Hi Candace, could you tell us about your favorite Epic project, whether it's present or past?
I can talk to you about them all. So in the last year, because I've been in this role for 2 years, we've managed to deliver all of our pre-COVID contracts. There were 2 that we couldn't, but we managed to sort of manoeuvre things around to make sure we were still accessing communities. We were able throughout lockdown to deliver youth projects online. So we still were working with the community best we could. That was Why Sort It that we were doing that with. They're a great organisation. We were also able to start delivering around October last year. And we were at Whale Arts and we delivered 4 sessions of the International Youth Project with a fantastic group of young people. They were great. Really excited to finally be able to access the centre and have projects like ours. And since then, we've just been growing as we roll. We've done lots of things. We've had 2 massive community projects attended by large numbers of people, and we had something like 15 partners involved in those projects. That was the Epic Showman's project at Kirkcaldy and the one at Leeds as well, and that was in partnership with the Showman's mental health awareness charity. We also deliver mental health workshops once a month with that organisation for their community members. We change the topics all of the time, so sometimes it will be suicide awareness or just general awareness of mental health. Sometimes we focus on sort of women's specific issues, or we talk about things that affect men, or we have LGBT sessions. So we really try to tailor workshops for what the community needs at the time. We're going to do some fantastic work going forward with No More Lost Souls, who are a peer support group up in the Scottish Highlands. That will be brilliant. And we've also, we've worked again at Why Sorted to deliver 3 sessions. And one of our partners on a project that I am really passionate about and find really important for the world we're in at the moment is You Before Two. You Before Two is an organisation based in England, and we're now going to be potentially their ambassador in Scotland. And they look at PSE subjects and how to talk to young people, secondary level, about topics like consent, how to have healthy relationships.
And can you tell us what kind of people use Epic services and where do you find them? How do they get in touch with you?
Epic service users are whatever community reaches out or we get in touch with who needs help and support. We work with primarily vulnerable or disadvantaged groups, but actually we've been really, really focused on getting in touch because of COVID and because it really limited people's opportunities. We've decided to also reach out to marginalised communities like the Gypsy Roma Traveller or Showman communities. And we also reach out to sort of communities that don't have access to services like the Scottish communities in the Scottish Highlands, No More Lost Souls. If a community is struggling and doesn't get the same support from other services, we want to be there to help. We want to help the underserved, and that's how we get in touch. So it could be schools, it could be community groups, it could be businesses who want to sort of care for their employees. We help anyone that needs help.
Lastly, what are you most excited about for the future of Epic?
Let me think, what's the future for Epic? So right now, we are working still from home, or I am working still from home. I am the sort of only employee, and we really want to build upon that. We want to find an office space, most probably a shared office space, which will have sort of availability rooms to provide services. It'd be great. We've got some fantastic volunteers. It'd be great to have extra employment as well and build the volunteer program and have maybe a couple of people that help me out. It would be really good for us to have sort of more funding. We really need more funding in order to provide more services. For me, there's nothing worse with creating a partnership with a community that really need help, are fantastic, and you want to work with them, and you go and you give your big sales pitch where you say, oh, we can do this and we can do that, and then at the end of it it's like, oh, but we need to find funding. And we could source funding beforehand to be able to make that process so much better for them and easier for them to accept or take part in services, then that's something we definitely would want to have happen. And I think that long-term plan, we will have additional services that will link with Australia, but also link participants to service in each step. So we've got the youth project, we can get into schools and into community centres and work with young people, help them sort of take interest in the world and develop skills and be really passionate about things. And we could start with that. And then maybe we have some sort of mentoring / employability support where we help that young person then find the path they want to go on. And then we continue with the sort of mental health awareness trainings, but also disability awareness trainings like they do in Australia. So we can then support the people working with the young people to make sure they have an awareness of sort of the mental health barriers that can come from trying to sort of find employment and find your place in the world. but also care for the carers. We want the carers and the people who are caring for young people to have that support. So I could see us being a charity that really sort of goes in and offers help and is sort of well-rounded in that sense. And I think more and more so, we want to build up services that work for the community, that are the communities at the centre of it. We want them to be people-based. We want people, the community or the service users, to sit with us prior to any delivery and say, right, we need this, this is what we need, this is what we like, this is what will give us the confidence and help build our skills. And I want to then design services for that. Don't want to be going in and pretending that I know just because I've been in this job for a few years what people need. Not at all. This is going to be about people and be people focused and based. Thank you, everybody. And thank you to the fantastic volunteers for asking those questions. I want to hear more from all of you. So if you want to subscribe to this channel and leave comments or thumbs up, likes, shares, whatever, let us know. Have your say. We want a community here. We want to talk. We want to share. We're looking in the future to have some fantastic people to interview. So you'll be getting to speak to some of our partners. Last thing is just to follow our social media. So you'll see in the links below that you can go onto our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, our website. We have a website, have a check on that. And yeah, let's keep the conversation going and let's talk. Let's keep it up.